and sly of heart. She was the brash, rebellious type, never content to stay at home. Be careful of those. Don't think getting married is going to change that. I love the Bible. I needed to read this a long time ago. She's often in the streets, in the markets, soliciting at every corner. She threw her arms around him and kissed him. With a brazen look, she said, "I just made my peace offerings and fulfilled my vows. You are the one I've been looking for. I came out to find you, and here you are. My bed is spread with beautiful blankets, with colored sheets of Egyptian linen. I've perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink our fill of love until morning. Let's enjoy each other's caresses, for my husband is not home." She threw that in there a little bit late, ain't it? Yeah, after she's got him on the hook. My husband's not home. After he's all riled up, right? He's away on a long trip. He has taken a wallet full of money with him and won't return until later this month. So she seduced him with her pretty speech and enticed him with her flattery. He followed her at once, like an ox going to the slaughter. He was like a stag caught in a trap, awaiting the arrow that would pierce its heart. He was like a bird flying into a snare, little knowing it would cost him his life. So listen to me, my sons. Pay attention to my words. Don't let your heart stray away towards her. Don't wander down her wayward path, for she has been the ruin of many. Many men have been her victims. Her house is the road to the grave. Her bedroom is the den of death. But out there, everything seems pretty cool to do that. Not a big deal in the world. People do that all the time. And they say there's a lot of pleasure in it. The Bible tells us it's the den of death. And it does bring death. It kills you. We're going to get in verse 8. We're going to get chapter 8 too. We've got a few minutes. I want to get into this. Listen as wisdom calls out. Hear as understanding raises her voice. On the hilltop, along the road, she takes her stand at the crossroads. By the gates at the entrance to the town, on the road leading in, she cries aloud. I call to you, all of you. I raise my voice to all people. You simple people, use good judgment. You foolish people, show some understanding. Listen to me, for I have important things to tell you. This is God's word. Everything I say is right, for I speak the truth. This is God's word. For I speak the truth and detest every kind of deception. My advice is wholesome. There is nothing devious or crooked in it. My words are plain to anyone with understanding. You see that? The Bible, my words are plain to anyone with understanding. When you're born again spiritually, the Spirit of God will help you understand God's word, your ultimate teacher. As I read through the Bible year after year, I get a better understanding of the spiritual principles involved in it. That's why we have to keep reading it over and over and over again to understand there's deeper meanings that as we grow that come to life in there. Well, I didn't know that before. And you see it, you've read it 100 times, and then all of a sudden it jumps off the page at you, and God is speaking to me. But He won't speak to you if you don't get in there.
Right.
Now, listen to this. My words are plain to anyone with understanding, clear to those with knowledge. Choose my instruction rather than silver, and knowledge rather than pure gold. You mean I could have put this off and went and made some money? It would have been better? No, it says choose my instruction rather than silver.
Yep.
This is more profitable than silver.
Amen.
in knowledge rather than pure gold. For wisdom is far more valuable than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with it. I, wisdom, live together with good judgment. I know where to discover knowledge and discernment. All who fear the Lord will hate evil. You see it? When you have a healthy fear of God, you do not want to do evil things because you know things can happen because you fear God and what He can do. When you read the Bible and see what God can really do, you'll think twice about doing evil. Because if you read back in the day when Saul was king, God sent a tormenting spirit into him. To what? Make him very uncomfortable and discontent. I don't need any of that in my life. So guess what? If I do the right thing, I don't want that spirit of discontent in my life. God can send it. Because nothing can happen in your life unless God allows it. Everything. Good, evil, whatever you want to call it, God had to let it come into your life for a reason, and it's designed for a purpose. Don't be so short-sighted to not see it. Therefore, I hate pride. Listen to this one. I hate pride and arrogance, corruption and perverse speech. Common sense and success belong to me. There's people that think they're actually smarter than God. It makes me laugh. I hear people out there all the time, even Christians think they're smarter than God. Oh, I don't know if that's real, or this or that, like whatever they... Listen, let me tell you something. If you can go out there and create some of them stars and make some of them trees, and then I might give you an ear. Other than that, I ain't listening to you if you're going against what God said. Because you can't create nothing but evil. Too many scholars out there that know more than God. From Genesis to Revelation, every word in this book came from God's mouth.
Amen.
And if you don't believe that, you got a problem with God. Take it up with Him.
Amen.
Take it up with Him. Because you know what? I had to become childlike and just believe everything in the book.
Amen.
Because that's what faith is all about. Believing what is written comes from the hand of God.
Amen.
That's the faith life. Well, you want to put logic in there, you'll always find discrepancy. God is not logical. God is supernatural. Okay. We're going to have to stop.
Thank you, John.
We ended at verse 13. We're going to continue in chapter 8 when we gather again. Thank you for letting me share that with you guys. Thanks for being good sportsmen. Hear about that? We're going to come up and sing, and then we're going to close. Thank you.